I mean, I've lived here my entire life. I lived here from the time I was 0 till the time I was 20. Sorry, so a year and a half ago, so that's 26-ish and 28. And, you know, going from here to totally different state is a different ball game. You know, you're leaving your whole life behind. You know, this is where you grew up. This is what you did for your entire life. So it's a big change. I believe that moving out of state is necessary for everybody. Well, not necessary, but it's recommended because it changes your view on things. You know, it helps you grow in life. So at the time when I moved, it was a decision I had made. I had made this decision back in January of, what year was that? So we're in 2024. I moved into my apartment, I believe, in like 2021. The beginning of 2022, I think it was January, I decided I need to leave. I need to get out of state. I need to experience it at least once. There was a lot of things during that year before I left that clarified that I need to leave, and it was truly what I wanted. So, you know, I left because I needed to leave. I left because at the time I was limited on places of where I can stay. You know, just felt I didn't have anywhere to go. So, you know, in the places I had to go, I didn't want to, just because I was trying to heal myself from within. I was trying to, you know, move on from certain things and get better. And in order to move on from those things, I had to be on my own. So, you know, I left. It was definitely not an easy thing. What I experienced, to say the least, was, you know, a whole different, when it comes to the state portion of where I went to, is a whole different form of life. It was very, very different from here. Like, here I'm on an island. Like, I lived surrounded by water. I lived surrounded by, you know, plenty of people, and it's tight here. Like, it's like, coming back, it made me realize, like, it's small here. Like, not to say we're a small island, but, like, it just feels a lot smaller compared to all these other states. Like, these states are huge. They just span across, and, like, not to say we don't connect to these other states, but, like, we're just a little island that's, like, this big. And it's just more dense and crushed up. So, you know, I just felt like I was on a bigger piece of land. I felt like it was more open. I wouldn't say it was more relaxed, but it just felt different. It was a different pace of life. It was a different form of life. Certain areas were open. You know, there were some areas that were city-like here. And then there was some areas that were, like, country-like. You go out and you're like, okay, where's the store? Like, all I see is these houses for miles. Where's the store? Here it's like houses, store, houses, store. So here there's stores around every single corner you go. You go down the block, not even a mile, there's a store, a gas station, whatever. that's what I was used to, convenience. I was used to everything being so cramped, everything being so cluttered. And then I go to a different state and I'm like, okay, where's everything? And, you know, it was different, to say the least. You know, I didn't know where I was going, I didn't know what I was doing, so I closed out and I was just like, I don't know where I am and I don't know how to deal with all of it. You know, I was put in a position where I was in a different form of life. So, I don't know, it was just very, wasn't the safest state in the world. Wasn't what I was used to. I wasn't like 100% comfortable with it all. I experienced a lot of, like, I saw a lot of things. I saw a lot of different people that I've never seen before. Like here we have, you know, we have homeless people. We have, people who aren't so good people and do bad things. And I didn't see that much here. But being where I was, I saw a lot of that. So I was experiencing a lot, you know, on every corner. It was like there was a homeless person. And then there were people down the street doing deals or whatever. Or like asking people for things. It was just like, okay, where am I? And what's happening? Just not used to it. So, you know, I always felt like I had to keep my guard up. I felt like I always had to protect myself and watch my back because I didn't know what was coming next, ever. So, you know, there are obviously bad areas here, but they're nothing compared to what I was dealing with. So coming back here, I was like, okay, this isn't so bad. Like, if I go to a bad area, I feel safe now. And not to say it doesn't have that uncomfortable feeling, or it doesn't have that, like, weird, shady feeling. Like, it does. Truly does. But, it's not as heavy. What I experienced was very heavy. There was a lot that happened. You know, I saw all of that. I didn't live in the greatest of areas. You know, I saw houses that were, you know, broken into, houses that were just abandoned. People don't really take care, they do take care of their houses. I can't say they don't, but it was harder because more people struggled out there. That's what I felt. You know, it was just the towns I were in, people struggled. People were not too well off. So, you know, I experienced a lot of that. I saw a lot of different things. There were